10 brand new Isekai and Fantasy anime are hitting 2026, and they're about to completely dominate your watch list. We're talking fresh protagonists, wild power systems, and some of the most anticipated sequels in anime history all dropping in one incredible year. 2026 isn't messing around when it comes to Isekai content. The industry has basically decided to throw everything at us at once, and honestly, I'm here for it. We've got cute dragon babies, overpowered gamers breaking reality, villainous romance that'll make your heart skip, and sequels to series that have been living rent-free in our heads for years. But here's what makes 2026 special. The release strategy is absolutely genius. Winter's bringing us all the experimental new stuff, the fresh blood that needs room to breathe and establish itself. Then spring hits like a freight train with the heavy hitters, the sequels we've been desperately waiting for. It's like the anime industry finally learned how to pace a year properly. Let's start with the new blood first. Because winter 2026 is setting up to be the season where underdogs become legends. Hell mode. The hardcore gamer dominates in another world with garbage balancing drops January 10th. And this is the one everyone's talking about. Yokohama Animation Lab is handling this beast, and from everything I've seen, they're treating it like their flagship project. The premise alone has me sold. Imagine being so good at gaming that when you get Isekai, you literally choose the hardest difficulty setting just because you're bored of easy mode. Our protagonist doesn't just get overpowered abilities handed to him on a silver platter. No, this guy earns every broken skill through pure grinding and game knowledge. The summoner class he unlocks creates these adorable creatures that look harmless until they absolutely demolish whatever's in front of them. It's giving me serious, don't judge a book by its cover vibes, but with magical death machines. What makes Hell Mode stand out is how it treats the game mechanics. Most Isekai either ignore the game elements or make them too complicated to follow. This series strikes that perfect balance where you understand the power progression without needing a PhD in RPG mechanics. Plus, the protagonist's mindset of if it's not challenging, it's not fun is refreshingly different from the usual I just want to live peacefully trope. The very next day, January 11th, Crunchyroll drops reincarnated as a dragon hatchling. And I guarantee this is going to break the internet with pure cuteness overload. We've had people reincarnated as slimes, spiders, and vending machines. But a baby dragon? That's hitting different. This isn't just cute for the sake of being cute, though. The series tackles something most monster isekai skip, the genuine struggle of adapting to a completely different form of existence. Try to imagine suddenly having wings, claws, instincts you don't understand, and a completely different relationship with the world around you. The character development here isn't just about getting stronger. It's about fundamentally changing how you perceive reality. And let's be real, watching a tiny dragon stumble through basic tasks before eventually becoming an absolute unit is exactly the kind of wholesome to badass progression we need. The series promises to show the full journey from confused hatchling to ridiculously overpowered dragon lord. And I'm here for every minute of that transformation. Winter's also bringing us the villainous is adored by the prince of the neighbor kingdom. And yes, we're getting another villainous isekai because the genre refuses to quit, and honestly, good for them. This one's got a twist though. Just when our protagonist thinks she's about to get the typical villain dumping scene, a prince from another kingdom shows up and basically goes, actually, you're perfect. It's hitting that sweet spot between familiar comfort food and genuine surprise. We know the setup, we understand the stakes, but the execution is fresh enough to keep us engaged. Plus, there's something deeply satisfying about watching a character who was programmed for failure flip the script entirely. Now, here's where things get interesting. January 1st gives us Labyrinth, an isekai movie that's doing something completely different. Sanzigen is handling this one, and they're known for their technical prowess. The premise of being trapped in an alternate world inside your smartphone sounds like it could go either really well or really badly. But the horror elements they're promising have me intrigued. Movies always hit different than series. They have to establish everything, build the world, develop characters, and deliver a satisfying conclusion in under 2 hours. When it works, it's magic. When it doesn't, Well, let's just say I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. But enough about the newcomers. Let's talk about the absolute juggernauts dropping in spring 2026. Because this lineup is genuinely insane. Rate:0 season for in April is going to break streaming servers. I'm calling it now. Season 3 ended in 2025 and left us with so many questions that the wait has been physically painful. The fact that we're not waiting 3 years like we did between seasons 1 and 2 feels like a genuine miracle. Rate:0 has this incredible ability to make suffering feel meaningful. Subaru's journey isn't just about getting stronger or collecting waifus. It's about confronting the absolute worst parts of yourself and somehow finding the strength to keep going. Season 4 is promising to push that concept even further, and honestly, I'm not sure my heart is ready for whatever emotional devastation they have planned. Then we have that time I got reincarnated as a slime season 4. And here's where things get absolutely wild. They've confirmed 5 entire cores of episodes. 5. That's not just a season. That's a commitment to telling Rimurus. Complete story without cutting corners. The series has grown from cute slime does cute things to geopolitical mastermind accidentally creates a utopia while trying to help his friends. Season 4 is promising to be bigger than Season 3, which already featured some of the most spectacular battles and political maneuvering in recent Isekai history. If they can maintain that quality across 5 cores, we're looking at a genuine masterpiece. Reincarnated as a Sword Season 2 is also hitting spring. And this series deserves way more attention than it gets. The dynamic between Fran and the Sword protagonist is unlike anything else in the genre. It's not romantic, it's not parental exactly. It's this unique partnership where both characters are growing and learning from each other. The sword isn't just a weapon that talks. It's a genuine character with its own motivations, fears, and growth arc. Season 2 is taking them to even greater heights, both literally in terms of power and figuratively in terms of their relationship development. April's also bringing us the strongest job is apparently not a hero or a sage, but an appraiser, which sounds like the most generic title ever created but somehow works perfectly. It's embracing the overpowered protagonist trope so completely that it becomes its own thing. Sometimes you don't want narrative complexity. Sometimes you just want to watch someone be ridiculously good at everything. Now, the wild card for 2026 is the Magic Knight Rare 3 boot, and this one has me genuinely excited. The original was ahead of its time in so many ways, blending mecha, isekai, and magical girl elements into something that felt completely unique. A modern reboot with today's animation technology and storytelling techniques could be absolutely incredible. The nostalgia factor is real. But what's more important is how they update the themes for modern audiences. The original tackled some heavy concepts about sacrifice, destiny, and the cost of heroism. A 2026 version could explore those ideas with the depth and nuance we've come to expect from contemporary anime. 2026 is shaping up to be the year Isekai proves it's not just a fad or a guilty pleasure. It's a legitimate storytelling medium capable of incredible depth and variety. Whether you're team new blood or team established favorites, this year is going to give you more quality Isekai content than you know what to do with. So start planning your watch schedule now, because 2026 is about to be absolutely legendary for Isekai fans. Trust me, you don't want to miss any of these.